All right, today is Thursday, March 15th. I'm going to talk about some basic concepts tonight to kind of complement the training that I taught about with the waist belt and different types of weight training videos that we've done on here. Something that we don't think about enough, I think, is how to brace ourselves when we're performing exercises. So if we've been on our feet all day, if we've been sitting at a desk all day, gravity's been exerting force, pulling us over, deflection, some basic things we can do to get the body back straight before we train and during training are pretty important concepts. So something to think about would be to walk backwards on a treadmill for about 5 or 10 minutes. If you can, if your balance is good enough for that, and that would be for the athletic and younger population that felt that their balance was good enough to try that. Walking backwards for 10 minutes is something I've done through the years. 1.5 miles an hour, 1.5 miles an hour, something like that, maybe up to 2.5 max. And at the end of 10 minutes, you feel like your spine has gone from here to straight back up. So then you're ready to get on those weights, and you get on the push and pull movements, and everything is just nice and long. And those erector spinae muscles that pull you straight have been activated by that walking backwards. So that would be the first thing, to try to get yourself straight before you start training. Other things you could do would be just some active range of motion, getting your shoulders and your back straight and extending a little bit, doing some active extensions, to your tolerance. And that would be just kind of some things to think about at the beginning. And then during the performance of the exercise, what I teach is, anytime you're in a standing position, to be in a standing mini squat position is so much better when you're training anything in standing, because if you think about a quarterback, a linebacker getting ready to charge the quarterback, that linebacker is ready. He's down, he's planted, he may have one foot to the front, one in back, he may just be in standing with his feet equidistant apart, shoulder width, whatever. But he's not standing there like this, and he's not leaned over just, with his knees straight or just kind of slouching over. So he's ready to charge. So we're thinking, if we're going to train, we want to be in that standing mini squat. So those knees are unlocked, and that upper back is straight, and that chest is up, and that head is nice and straight, and those shoulder blades are sitting back. So you're just kind of back into neutral position like we've been talking about for any of the routines, is to get yourself neutral before you start performing. So when you're in that mini squat, it's easier to activate that core contraction and get all these muscles active when you're doing your curls, when you're doing your presses, when you're doing your triceps, when you're doing your squats. Activate everything first. The lower abdominals, the lower rectus muscle here, is weak. We hold more fat there. The low back, the bigger the belly is, the low back gets more compressed because the belly pulls the low back into compression from the front. And so we want to think about, even if we have a little bit of a belly, we want to have a lot of strength and a lot of muscle contraction to go along with that belly. So the lower abdominals, I would say, below the belly button to the pelvic area. This area here, to think about those muscles contracting as we're training, especially with legs, squats, lunges, whatever you're doing for legs. And then when you're training upper body, you're still thinking about the lowers, but think about the upper abdominals a little bit more, just kind of like you're bracing yourself up here and bracing that upper and mid back, and then you perform the exercises. So just something to think about, and I wanted to talk about those concepts. Thanks so much.